cultures compete, they clash, they fight, they interact, and they mutually influence one another. And by doing that, they create something new very often. They create hybridity, they create new meetings or new ways of understanding. They do not sit down democratically and agree on, well, this is very good in your culture, this is very good in my culture, and then we can do your thing there and my thing here, then we have something which is very well functioning. That's not the way it works. And I became aware of this quotation a few days ago when watching Swedish television, and my good friend and colleague, the founder of the Morris Pavilion, was on telly speaking about a festival in Vadstena, which is an old monastery in Sweden. And this was an intercultural festival, a re-oriental festival in Vadstena, introducing a mindset on how the free, eclectic ways of interpretation when it comes to the free Semitic religions can actually have an impact on one another without getting into a fight or without washing out the differences. But it has to do with culture, and it has to do with the understanding that we are living paradoxes. So he introduced himself as a Christian Muslim. And you can imagine the silence and the laughter in the room. He said, well, I have a Turkish background, and a lot of the conduct in my home when I grew up was conducted by my Turkish parents with a Muslim background. But I grew up in a suburb to Stockholm, and whatever took place in the public space took place in a largely social democratic, Protestant-based behavior. And I'm both. I'm both the Muslim tradition and the Christian tradition, and I have no problem with that. I have no problem with defining myself as the carrier of two things which is normally in the public space presented as oppositional. In me as an individual, they go hand in hand, it works. And it's from that hand-in-hand understanding that I create my community work in the festivals I'm doing or in the Morris Pavilion which he is conducting. But it's also about all the new paradigms that you touched in your brilliant opening, Hilde, that there's so much happening. We are standing in front of a huge challenge, because we do not, and it's obvious to me even when I look at you, though there is remarkable many males here today, I'm not quite used to counting males, more than 10, and in this small community I can already count a bit more than 10. That's fantastic. Because it is, as you said, Elizabeth, it's females who visit our institutions, and they're well educated, and they're 45 plus, and they are represented in the top social layers of this society. And to me, it's a democratic contradiction. Where are all the other ones? All those people who are part of paying our party, but are not participating. Don't they like the party? Is something wrong with the party? Have we forgotten to invite them? Oh, we did. We did forget to invite them. We should have, really. And we should really struggle to understand that the invitations we send out does not necessarily reach the people that we intended to reach. So if an art institution wants to, or can see the need to, be part of a democratic and including way of working and take on a democratic responsibility, it is certainly wise. Why? Because it pays. There's a reason why the 20 major Danish companies have come together and advocating for a more liberal and a far more inclusive way of working towards migrants and getting them into the employment market. Why? Because it pays. They are consumers. In this city alone, there are about 450,000. If you can get 45,000 of them to visit the Danish art scenes, you will raise your income significantly. It pays. By respecting them, you get money back, you get feedback, you get into a dialogue, you get into an encounter. It pays. It's part of your democratic responsibility. It's that simple. It basically comes down to priority. If we want to reach new audiences, we'll have to disappoint the old audience. If we can't get new resources, or more resources, we will have to do a choice of direction, and change it. And change, and my whole lecture here actually is about change. Yes, we need to change, Obama said. Now Obama can say, wow, change is not without friction. And it really costs a lot. And even popularity, it's never just popular to do what could be the right thing to do.